Hi, it's Diane, and I just have a very tiny little journal to show you today, and it's made from Tsunami Rose's Petticoat Ephemera digital kit. I had printed it out a while back, and one page printed out on cardstock, and the rest were on the paper. Must be I just had a sheet of cardstock in there and didn't realize it. So I decided to put it together using just that paper kit, that digital kit, and used the cardstock piece as a cover. And I decided to use it as a little journal for keeping track of my projects. So here's the piece that printed out on cardstock, and I coated it with matte Mod Podge, and I really like the way it feels, and it gave it a little more sturdiness, and it just looks nice. And I just added this little cutout from her kit, do more of what makes you happy, and since I'm using it as a craft journal, I thought that was appropriate. And then I put this little piece of seam binding and a little blue rosette on it. That's all I did, and it's just stitched in with a simple pamphlet stitch using black thread. So I used two of the postcard corner pockets that came with the kit on the covers, inside and back cover, and I used just a couple pieces of the ephemera, and then the rest of the cut apart things I set aside to use in other projects. So I chose the guest check. Someone had sent me guest checks, a tablet of them, and they're nice and sturdy papers. So on this, I just write down the projects that are coming up next on my to-do list. And I actually wrote clean in between each project, because I have a tendency to, once I get the project finished, I'm ready to start it on the next one, and I hate cleaning up in between. I put away, the big stuff and get that picked up, and I always have little stuff sitting here and there. I just kind of push them aside, and I'm going to try to put everything away before I start the next project. So if I put it on my list, I'm more apt to do it. So the first set of pages is for junk journal. Look at all these junk journal ideas I have. Some are specific papers I want to use in junk journals. Some are book covers that I have, usually vintage book covers that I want to use, and some are just themes that I want to use, like a paper doll journal I have on here. Junky junk journal, I have made sure I have that in here because I like just using my junk mail to make journals. So for the pages that you can't write on, I put vintage ledger paper on. Yes, these are all junk journal ideas. And this page, this bingo page, I just really liked it, so I just left that plain. And so I can use the backs for writing, and then the vintage ledger paper I can use for writing. I also use some of those the guest checks. These are ideas for smash books that I want to make. I kind of stopped making smash books and have just been doing junk journals, but I still have quite a few papers that would be great for smash books, so I would like to make some of those again. This is for orders and swaps. I have just whenever people suggest or request certain books from me, or if I have a swap coming up, usually it's for one-on-one swaps, I'll write them in here. I have a separate book for recording swaps that are part of the Junk Journal Junkies and Trashy Junk Journals groups. And there's a pocket in the center. I don't know what I'll use that for yet, but it's there. And then this is miscellaneous projects, journal related, so I can write down here things that I want to do, like make a supply of tags or pockets or things like that. Whatever is related to making journals that isn't like a specific journal. Sometimes I like to just have supplies of things on hand. So that's what that space will be for. I even used a bridge tally paper there. And then this guest check paper is for the videos that I need to make and upload. So I have one spot for, I check off when they're filmed, and then the next spot for when they're uploaded. And this one is for ongoing, because sometimes I forget that I want to fussy cut some things out of old books or out of my Rose book. And cutting up books and magazines, coffee dyeing, making ephemera, because I love to make my own ephemera, and die cutting and using my Cricut. I don't get those things out often enough. So this little list is for me to turn to in between projects, for just, again, ideas that are junk journal related. So that's this little book, and I hope you enjoyed seeing that. It was a very quick book to make, and I really love it. I love using it. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.